This is the
This is
actual
the
model?
this apparently is the model of guitar that Jimmy Page used on Stairway to Heaven. So, and it just happened to be the guitar I had when I wrote all my first songs on my first album.
Really?
So then that guitar got broken, and I always wanted another one. And then you couldn't get them because every kid in America at one point wanted one of these guitars.
Well, how long have you had this one then?
Oh, about 10 minutes.
Really? Good. Was there a music store down the street?
No. I had this one only a couple of years.
I want to ask you about, your first album. Do you usually write songs on the guitar?
Yeah, I wrote them. Up until 1980, I wrote everything on the guitar. Really quietly late at night, because I was, we were living in a small apartment, and it was, my son was very young.
How do you write some of those songs quietly? That's
No, you can. A furious whisper, in some ways, I think that kind of makes them, because I could hear how it would sound in my head.
Right.
When you're writing on your own, you sort of can imagine everything. When I wrote Watching the Detectives, I was imagining a Bernard Herrmann orchestra going da 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 da. So of course we couldn't afford one. I had just Steve Naive on a cheap old piano and a Vox Continental,
One of the songs that didn't make it onto the album, Poison Moon?
Yeah, I didn't really know how to write about what was all around me then, so I wrote it in a sort of language that I borrowed, I suppose. Poison Moon was like this little ragtime lick, and like the beginning of it just goes, cut loose in a nightmare, cast off in my dreams. If home is anywhere that I can hang my hat, then it's coming apart at the seams. My luck is hanging upside down. I try to hold on tight, but money's rolling out of town, and love slips right out of sight, and these bones don't look so good to me. Jokers talk and they all disagree. One day soon I will laugh right in the face of the poison moon. I really loved Randy Newman. I loved the ragtime things in his songs. I loved John Prine. Up until then, I'd always just wanted to write like other people, and I thought that's what you had to do to get across.
Right.
So whoever I was like in that week, I try to write a bit like them.
Right.
And then it sort of comes out all crooked, and that ends up being your style and the quirks of your own voice. You think you're sounding like Marvin Gaye, and it comes out sounding like something else. That's all part of the process of learning.